wows us. It's true. You weren't expecting that, were you?
It's the TV, it's not me.
Well, I have to say, just like Samsung tablet, we said #1 retailer in Android tablets. #1 for what, 7 years?
7 years running. Samsung has been the leading TV manufacturer for the last 7 years because they know what we like. They know we like our mobile devices. Guess what? We have all that mobile connectivity on our television. But what's really beautiful about this TV, it's a traffic stopper. People are going to come over. They're going to want to just look at your TV.
Yeah.
This is probably one of the slimmest, sexiest TVs we offer here. You'll notice the bezel in and of itself around the edge. It is half the width of a dime up here, which is just phenomenal because guess what? That means more image, more TV, and less electronics. Look at how small this plastic, or not plastic, metal bezel is. That's, again, half the width of a dime. So again, you're getting more image, sliver thin. And then when you see it from the side profile, not to mention, you're getting the wall mount included. Look at that. Where is that TV?
That's pretty amazing.
This is how slim it is. I mean, it's about the thickness of a dime. We have to say it's about 1.3 inches, but that's really how smooth and thin this TV is. It is like watching TV on a pane of glass or a moving picture. It's LED, which is energy efficient, gives you those light-emitting diodes, which is vibrant, 1080p high quality, 240 hertz in terms of the refresh rate, which is just awesome. But that clear motion rate of return is 720. It's also 3D capable. And you also might be like, I don't watch a lot of 3D. Yeah. But let me tell you, for a television to be able to process 3D by the press of a button, it has to give you a better 2D image. Yeah. So if you really want the best 2D image, get a 3D TV and your image is going to be amazing.
I mean, it really is. I do want to, we'll show you that graphic that shows you all the choices one more time, and then I'll tell you what we have left in each choice, because there are not a lot of these. In fact, we'll show you the quantity left. There are basically only 200 for the entire broadcast day. So just to break it down for you, the 46, there are 50 of them. Okay, so only 50 of that 46. The 55-inch, which is what we're featuring on the table right now, they're only 75. So only 75 of that 55-inch, and then the 60-inch, there are only 72 of them. The 60-inch is actually, Keith, can I walk back here real quickly just to show everybody perspective? It's the one that we actually have in the armoire, and oh wow, is that a television? Holy moly, is that a thing of beauty or what? That's like a movie screen.
And I just want to share something with everyone. That 60-inch TV, the most popular television size out there on the marketplace is a 32-inch television. So here's your 32-inch television. This is 250% more TV. And what I love about this slim chassis and that bezel,
jaw-dropping.
Guess what? It's 65 inches, but it's under 50 inches wide. So that's why you look at this and it's like, it doesn't really look like that big of a TV. It's because it's all screen. It's not big, bulky electronic. You'll even notice it has a nice swivel to it. So if you want to swivel it, if you're in the kitchen, no bad seat in the house. It's a beautiful television. And we haven't even showed you all the smart apps to it, which is amazing.
Hey, I should point out, just as an example, we're also paying for the shipping, which is something, it's so funny. I think we kind of gloss over that. As an example, on that 60-inch television, that would be a $100 charge.
And you know, this 60-inch TV is also a customer pick. All 5-star reviews, not a 4.9, 5-star reviews.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, when I say, I've got TV envy. How about you? I mean, seriously, you look at something like this and you go, I want that TV. Especially, it's certainly timely, you know, a lot of people are going to be watching football. I mean, a lot of people.
Or not.
Or not. I'll be watching people who are watching football while I eat wings.
Sounds like a plan.
That's my plan for the day. But this is the TV that you want to watch that big bowl on. This is that TV that you want to watch that World Series on. This is that TV that you want to watch, frankly, everything on. I look forward to, you know what's so funny?
You want to show this TV off.
You do. Yes, you do. I mean, hands down, this is the jaw dropper. This is the one that the neighbors come over. I guarantee you, your kids are going to have friends that they didn't even realize they had.
Right.
Because once you bring a television like this at home, it's amazing how people want to congregate at your house. And you know, the truth is, I don't care if it's sporting events or not, everything looks better on a television like this. There is a reason that Samsung was #1, and they are #1 for the last 7 years. That's a big, big statement. I mean, I know when we talk about them being #1 in the tablets, I mean, that's a big deal. Whoopsie. I don't want to hear myself.
Shannon's talking to herself.
I know. Whoop, sorry. Ah! Make it stop! I'll be right back.
Easier said than done.
Okay, because I can't think and talk at the same time.
But what she is trying to say is people do get TV envy, because I have to admit, when I started selling the Samsung TVs, their line is beautiful. They are the TV manufacturing leader for the last 7 years running. They know what we like. We want amazing picture quality, because yes, the big games tomorrow, but then what are we watching on Monday and Tuesday and evenings? We're watching TV all the time. Every time you sit in front of this TV, there's not a bad seat in the house. It's beautiful image in terms of the LED and the 1080p aspect, but also the refresh rate. You'll also notice with the press of one button, this is a smart TV. So all of a sudden, I have all these apps at my disposal. We haven't even talked about how you're getting a free month of Hulu Plus, so you can actually get free TV content for a whole month. You're also getting FlixFling for 2 months.
Oh, that's
so this
great.
is about a $25 value easy in and of itself. You're also getting a wall mount included. We don't normally include the wall mount. It's normally get the TV, and then if you want to wall mount it, you can buy something else. We're giving you that wall mount included. What's also phenomenal, too, you can talk to your television. Facebook. I didn't even have to know where the button was or whatever, and it's going to pull me up onto Facebook. It's loading Facebook.
I've never seen anybody with a television like that.
Isn't that convenient?
That is so
You can pull up
cool.
Hulu Plus, Netflix. You talk to your TV, and your TV reacts with you. And the cool part about having the smart apps, because we'll pull up some pictures. I mean, we like to enjoy our photos on our telephones, but our telephones are about this big.
Yeah,
Even
true.
on our tablets, it's not as big as a 55-inch TV.
Yeah.
And now you're looking at all these great photos of family and friends. Bobby Ray Carter, she was out tonight.
Look at her
up
go.
to, right? Oh,
it's a Saturday.
There's a picture of Shannon and Aaron over here. I'm going to pull it up, and I can like it. Because, again, there's not a bad seat in the house. This is how we all sit around the TV and enjoy time together, because the TV is not just a TV watching experience. It's a full entertainment experience.
Yeah.
That's why Samsung has become the leader in the industry, because they've taken the tablets, which they were a leader in, they've taken the TVs, which they were a leader in, brought them together and made it a full multimedia experience. Because I'll back out of this again, because I want to remind you, this Smart Hub that you have, these are all the applications that you have at your disposal.
Cow.
Fitness apps, you want to get fit in the privacy of your own home, you can, stuff for the kids.
This
we
is
pulled
cool,
up Facebook. Isn't it great?
Do you know, in fact, my producer Pat went to our HSN.com page, and the 60-inch, as an example, only has perfect reviews. All perfect. Perfect. Do you know how hard it is to, especially in a piece of electronics?
Right.
It's hard to get a perfect rating, period. But I think with electronics, people are even more particular. You know what I mean? Because, sometimes electronics can be hard to use or daunting. Oh, and then, I can't believe I even forgot this, you also get the free wall mount. And this is actually the upgraded wall mount. It's like the little slim,
thin
sleek
and
one.
slim.
Yeah. So that's free with your purchase. I know I've sold these on the air for $100 and above. I mean, so, consider that another gift with your purchase. The glasses, free with your purchase. Really limited. And obviously, we know that you won't have this for the big game later. However, think of all the other great television moments. A lot of my big TV things, happen in May and June. Like Nurse Jackie comes back on. It's the last season of True Blood. I'm a Truebie.
Really?
I am. Because I'm a vampire. Because I'm here at night.
We'll give you that. But you know what? You can watch some of this for free now, too.
I know.
Because we're giving you that free month of Hulu Plus, which we've never done before as well. And that's free television watching. The FlixFling, that's free movie watching all the time, which is great. I mean, you want to watch Puppy Bowl? Or that's just a commercial for the Puppy Bowl. But I mean, you can watch Saturday Night Live. It's all on there free. A lot of people have been getting away from using their cable provider because the television offers them so much more in terms of how they can get on the internet, pull down stuff, and stream content. You can even shop, HSN Shop by Remote, right there on your television.
Now you're talking my language. And here's the thing. I know we're talking Samsung tonight. If you got our Samsung Galaxy Today special, remember, they speak the same language. So you want to watch, your YouTube from your, Galaxy tablet on your 60-inch, on your 50-inch, on your 46-inch. You want this television. And that's just it. Everything is better. Whether it's video games, whether it's movies, whether it's reality television, all of those things that, really bring family together. Chances are your home is like my home. I'm a movie nut. I'm a movie buff. And I look forward to watching movies with my friends. I really do. But you've got to have the right TV. And Samsung, to say that they were #1 in televisions in America for the last 7 years, they're doing something right, because very well there are a lot of television brands out there. Samsung, they are leaders. They know how to make a great product, and boy, do they know how to make screens. I am just so impressed with it.
Sorry. I'm 3D watching home movies.
All right, okay. Do I look, okay, do I
So
look
this is
goofy?
actually a home movie that I've loaded up into, there's 3 USB ports, there's 4 HDMI ports. So this home movie...
These are kind of cool looking 3D glasses,
actually
by
look
the way.
sharp.
You know what, because they don't look as clunky as the other ones.
But you want to know something cool? So this is a 2D home movie. I'm going to try to go back. 2D home movie. Yeah. Press of one button. I'm converting it to 3D. Might look a little fuzzy to you at home because you don't have the 3D glasses, but how amazing is this television that a press of a button, it was able to upconvert
These are the really expensive ones.
Yes, these are the activated ones.
Oh, these are the active shutter. So the thing is, because you know how you go to a movie theater and actually, like Avatar, they had the active shutter. You know, those are the really expensive ones.
Exactly. They're not just a pane of glass.
Yeah. So, that is crazy that we give those.
And the thing is,
I think we sell those for like $50 a piece here at HSN.
And you get 4 pairs. So again, not a bad seat in the house. Everyone can enjoy it. And one thing that makes Samsung a leader in the industry is their customer support, which again is top notch. Because when we make an investment like this, we want to make sure if we have a question, we can easily get customer support. Look what Samsung's giving you. I mean, live online chat available 24/7, 7 days a week, even during the big game tomorrow. Email questions in. You have telephone support as well. There's even an e-manual built in into the TV. So it's never like, where's the TV? Where's the warranty? Where's all that? It's all right there in your TV.
Neat.
It's so convenient. And that's, again, when you make this investment, they want you to enjoy it. If we can go quickly on the remote controller here, I just want you to see how the remote is designed too. Talk about cutting edge. Doesn't that look like your computer, your touchscreen monitor? That's how you can do it. You want to talk to your TV, you have your microphone right there. You want to get to pull up more of your menu or we'll pull up our more button. You're going to notice something pop up right down here in the corner right over here. That's more of my remote control. So see how I can scroll down? I can hit my numbers. This is just such an intuitive design. Again, more of my design right here. I'm controlling it just like there with my thumb. It's a really fun experience to get this home. Not to mention the TV and the picture is just out of this world, and it really looks like just a pane of glass.
It does. So we'll show you that matrix graphic, and then I'll kind of detail what's left, because there are just literally a handful of these. On the 46-inch, we have 50 of them. So on the 46-inch, there are 50 of them. On the 55-inch, remember that's the one that we're showing on the table by Bill and myself, there are 70 of them. So only 70 of the 55. And then if you want the 60-inch, customers love it. All perfect 5-star reviews at hsn.com. There are only 60 of the 60. We're doing free shipping. That is easily a $100 value right there. And at the end of the day, you know, if you're like me, we work hard for our money, and I look forward to my television. I just do. It's kind of like the highlight of my night. You know, I look forward to watching my shows that I recorded.
I make my coffee in the morning. I use that. I'm done with it. I use my washing machine once a week. I use my TV every day, all day long. And remember, if you're getting Samsung, you got the Today Special, leader in the industry. TV manufacturing, last 7 years running. And what was I able to do? My content that was right here on my Today Special, my Samsung tablet, I was able to project it onto the TV completely wirelessly because they communicate so well with each other. They're both in the Samsung family. But also, with those 3 USB ports, you have charging options too. I'm charging my Apple iPhone in the back of this TV, and not to mention, I can pull up my pictures from my iPhone to the TV because it's plugged in. It's a real synergistic environment. That's why Samsung is a leader in the industry. They know we have all these mobile devices. They know we can communicate with them. They know we love our apps, our games. There's different programming on here too, games specifically for the TV, which you can easily flip around. You're going to get this home and love it. Remember, you can talk to your TV. We're watching your movie. You want to pull up Hulu? Hulu. It'll find Hulu and pull up Hulu for you. It's so easy and convenient.
I've never seen anybody do that with a television. I haven't. So how many... I was yelling at my phone yesterday. I mean, we do that with our electronics, right?
Sometimes.
Wouldn't it be nice if they actually listened? So
they're like family members.
They are like family members.